For over 4 decades, I've been chained in silence. But the end demands my voice.
Megadeth have announced their final album and farewell tour. The album, titled The End Is Near, arrives in 2026 and will mark the close of one of the most intense and unrelenting careers in metal history. Dave Mustaine says it plainly, he wants to go out on top. After over 40 years, Megadeth is shutting it down, not because they had to, but because they chose to. There's no drama, no health scare. It's just the end. The announcement came from a cinematic video on the band's social media page. Band mascot Vic Rattlehead, speaking for the first time ever, confirms it all.
It is confirmed. The next Megadeth studio album will be the last.
Mustaine followed that up with his own message, a long statement reflecting on the band's impact, their journey, and what it means to walk away. There's so many musicians that have come to the end of their career, whether accidental or intentional. Most of them don't get to go out on their own terms, on top. And that's where I am in my life right now. I have traveled the world, I've made millions upon millions of fans, and the hardest part of all this is saying goodbye to them. We can't wait for you to hear this album and see us on tour. If there was ever a perfect time for us to put out a new album, it's now. If there was ever a perfect time to tour the world, it's now. This is also a perfect time for us to tell you that it's our last studio album. We've made a lot of friends over the years, and I hope to see all of you on our global farewell tour. Don't be mad, don't be sad, be happy for us all. Come celebrate with me these next few years. We have done something together that's truly wonderful and will probably never happen again. We started a musical style. We started a revolution. We changed the guitar world and how it's played. And we changed the world. The bands I played in have influenced the world. I love you all for it. Thank you for everything. Dave Mustaine. But not everyone feels like celebrating. On YouTube, thousands of fans poured into the comments, stunned, emotional, and heartbroken. Some said the band got them through the worst years of their lives. Others simply said they weren't ready to let go. One thing that stood out in the reactions was how many people zeroed in on the use of AI for the announcement video, many taking it as almost a betrayal. AI is already part of everyday life, whether we like it or not. Luckily, though, this wasn't a music video. It was merely a visual announcement. I think the substance of the announcement is much more important. This is the end of Megadeth. Megadeth was one of the only Big Four not invited to perform at the Back to the Beginning concert, Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne's final show ever, in Birmingham just weeks ago, featured Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax, and while Megadeth expressed interest, they were never asked. No one's saying why, but in the middle of this farewell moment, it does stand out. A band that helped define modern metal was left off of the bill for one of the biggest metal events in history. Now, weeks later, they announced their own ending. Meanwhile, metal itself is not winding down. The Back to the Beginning event raised over £140 million for charity, sold out in 16 minutes, and was streamed by millions around the world. Metallica continues to sell out stadiums on every continent, and Iron Maiden just played to 75,000 fans in London, their largest crowd there ever. Even controversial artists like Marilyn Manson managed to pull in a crowd of 200,000 people for a free concert in Mexico last week, amongst protests. So heavy metal isn't dying, it's still global, still powerful, still moving. Megadeth is ending while still being Megadeth. For many, it all started with that bass line on the band's second album. If you remember the first time you heard Peace Sells But Who's Buying with that now iconic punchy bassline intro, You knew these guys weren't playing around. Sent a chill down your spine. When Mustaine came in with that snarl, he didn't sound theatrical. He sounded pissed off. For real.
What do you mean I can't get to work on time? Got nothing better to do.
Then there was Marty Friedman. The guitar precision between him and Mustaine wasn't just tight, it was surgical. Cleaner, sharper, and faster. That sharp, tight sound defined Megadeth. The albums that followed all stayed musically aggressive and locked in. They never lost their edge or softened up. Megadeth saying we're done is not a move many bands would make. And it's not just another band calling it quits. It's one of the big four metal bands stepping away during a time when metal is still huge and global, drawing new blood. No final tour dates have been announced yet, but this farewell run is going to be huge. It's another closing of a chapter for a band that helped define what metal is. We will keep you updated on the announcement of any final tour dates. Please hit like and subscribe, and we thank you for watching Rock Buzz.